Hi everyone, this is Chitra from the blog SwissHomeGarden.com. This video is a garden tour between April and May. I couldn't upload it due to some technical difficulties. Now I'm back again. I will start with a few clips of how our garden looked like when we initially moved into this house a couple of years back. It was a wildly overgrown and uncared for garden at the backyard. Since we had also a stream flowing through our plot, we were very much bound by the government rules and regulations in keeping all the trees. But after convincing the local authorities last winter, we finally managed to cut the trees. And beginning of April, my husband worked together with a gardener and prepared the land, and we planted more bushes and berries and everything. I have included a few clips of how our garden looked at the beginning of the planting season last year, between end of April to May, and after that you can see the garden at its peak. These clips were shot in April, and you will see at the beginning of the clip my husband shoveling soil mixed with humus. He's transporting the soil to the backyard to fill the raised beds. This year we decided to plant the salads on the raised beds, as last year we had a lot of snails eating up most of the salads. The gardener didn't have much time to do this job, so he just unloaded the whole lot in the front yard. Along the edges here at the end of our plot, you will see some sticks, yellowish sticks being planted in a row there. These are yellow willows which were planted to give us some privacy from across the street. Since we had to cut away a lot of bushes at the beginning of this spring, so we decided to make a kind of a natural border. We planted about 80 willow sticks which we could pick up from a nursery, and I think he paid about a Swiss franc for each stick, and then we just planted the branches, and now they're starting to bud already. Now I'm crossing across the stream, and this aluminium bed, we have it since a few years, which we took it over from the previous house. We are planning to make a temporary kind of greenhouse to protect our tomatoes this year. Last year we had a good yield, but we couldn't use even half of it. This bridge was made by the gardener last year. Here we have increased a little bit of the land by adding a timber and filling up the soil. This was a steep slope, and a local farmer helped us with bringing the timber across and placing it there, and then we could fill up the excess of the humus and soil in it. Potato patch. Spring onions here. We planted the onions last autumn, and a couple of remaining Swiss chard. Here is the cherry tree, strawberry bed. There are 3 to 4 varieties of strawberry. I don't remember this. From this clip on, it has been shot in beginning of May, and you can see that the stream is relatively dry, as we had a very dry spring. Much more greener and a beautiful shade of green. My husband also made an open compost. The willows are growing very well, which we plan to interlock it together. And this darkish greenish bush over there is actually Buckthorn Bushes. It gives out an orange berries. It's also called in German Sanddorn. It's a thorny bush. And this is the cherry here, and maybe about 5 to 6 have come so far, but this is just the second year. I think it will take some time for it to pick up, and this will just This cherry will only grow taller, but it will not spread across. The strawberries there are already fruits in it, so I expect to have a lot more strawberries than last year. The potatoes, and some wildflowers. Spring onions. We have planted a couple of zucchini plants this year. Not too many, like last year we had so many, and I was really at the end of autumn, I was sick of having zucchini every day. So this year we are a little bit careful in planting just a couple of them. The greenhouse, towards the right we have tomatoes. To the left we have a few paprika, couple of chili plants and aubergines. The Swiss chard is really growing wildly, and now we have to harvest a few of the leaves. This patch we have cabbage, broccoli, one stray onion from last year, celery and some spinach, but as you can see, this spinach has been eaten up quite a bit from the snails. Mint leaves, and below it is the rhubarb. Bed which we created this year, we have planted garlics, and they are really growing well here too. Curry leaves. With the grey raised bed is my daughter's bed, and she has planted radish and a few cauliflowers and beetroots. We have here chives and basil, and I guess we have to move the basil to a different place because it is really hot this side. We had an excess of humus and earth, so we planted into 2 big flower pots, and we have them as a decoration towards the front. This plant here is Pawpaw, also called as Indianer banana in German. We did get a couple of fruits, the clip of which I will show you here, last year, but this year I think when it started to flower, it just fell off and it didn't come anymore. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this garden, and I will keep you posted very soon about how my garden looks like right now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and also visit my blog at swisshomegarden.com. Thank you, and until next time, bye bye.